Your turn, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is Olympio coming at you with a discussion video on one that I don't really see people talking about because it's not exactly a big thing, but I feel that it is. And the question is, can Konami keep making these console games? Back before DevPro, back before DN, back before all of these, the games for the DS, the game for the PC and all that were big. You know, that was one way that you could easily play the game without actually investing into the cards themselves. But with DN coming out, and DN's the main one, offering a free platform that's constantly up to date and where it has a massive player base, it's always going to hurt Konami and their sales of these console games. Now, the only difference is that with the actual console games, you do get prizes, and those prizes are the prize cards that come in them. They're normally 3 cards that you can only get in those games normally. And that's obviously a good incentive for people because normally they're quite interesting cards, albeit they aren't normally the best ones that they could probably release to push the actual sales. But it is certainly interesting nonetheless. I feel it's very difficult for Konami to try and push sales on games, especially when I feel that the games haven't really evolved. Looking back at the most recent 3DS game that came out, the Duelist Carnival I think it is, I was looking at the game and to me, there just doesn't look like there's anything new or innovative for people to really pick it up and be like, you know what, I'm going to get this. Apart from the Super Robo Special Edition cards. Now, I know that might be very dismissive because I haven't, as such, owned the game and I haven't completely completed the whole thing. But I have played it and I know what it's about and I have looked into the game. And I feel that it's just a little bit lackluster as to what Konami really want to push. If they really wanted to push the games, they really need to step up the mark. Now, with Xbox Live and PSN, they do have free downloadable game that you can access quite easily. I think it's free actually thinking about it, but one fatal flaw with that is that you can play it for hours on end. I played it for solid weekends. I had nothing to do one weekend a while back. I just played it and it's all about building this deck that you have. It's all this crappy starter deck and then you win the cards by beating the people. You build up your deck and it's just like back in the day. The problem that I have with it is that it's so random and unforgiving with the cards that you actually get. Most often than not, you're getting jank. Most often than not, you're getting jank. And these cards, sometimes you get are banned cards, and I'm like, I can't fucking use these cards. And then I'll look on the PSN store, for example, and you can buy a Bujin deck, as an example, and many other decks, but Bujin I home in on, for £1.99 that has every single competitive card that you ever need, as well as a side deck and an extra deck full. And I'm just thinking, that's wrong in my opinion. I realise that if they want to push sales for a free game or a very cheap game on there, then that's fine. But I feel that the reward needs to be a little bit better than just getting some crap cards. The game feels very money driven to me, and if you want to do well in the game, you have to buy the decks to get the good cards. Otherwise, it's completely random, and you could be there for a while trying to get the cards you actually need for your deck. As I said, I played it for a while, and I didn't really get anything that great. I got some vanilla 1/9 betas and I got Jinzo, and that was kind of about it. When you carry on and progress into the game, you start to get curb stomped by the people who actually have decks. Now, I have beat them, but that is not the point. The point is, if Konami want to start pushing sales, if they want to have decent games on consoles, and if they really want to make it happen, they need to address the obvious problems that are the game is old. There is nothing new and innovative in the system that they have in the console. If they want to do something different, then they need to actually utilize the hardware of these consoles. Maybe not looking at next gen because the PS4 and the Xbone, all of these are, you know, they're really powerful consoles. And I realize that if Konami are not going to invest into, you know, the time and effort that it takes to put into a big game like that, then that's fair enough. People love handheld consoles, and that's where the big money is, in my opinion. Shelling out 30 quid for a 3DS game, or 40 quid, whatever it is for a 3DS game, for a Yu-Gi-Oh game that is innovative, that will capture audiences, and will make people, you know, pick it up and really get involved in it, then I think that that's something they need to look into if they want to actually push their console sales. If they don't give a shit about the console sales, then fine, whatever. but I really would like to see them do something new. I would love to see more animations in the game. I'd love to see just loads of different things happening. Because, let's face it, as automated systems go, I'll just go on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro or Dev Pro because it's a lot more up to date. One major gripe I have, if they didn't update the systems, that's fine. And I realise that they have to push game sales, but at least fucking keep it up to date, because they're already out of date. I'm pretty sure, unless it's been patched, the new 3DS game, the Duelist Carnival or whatever it is, doesn't even have pendulum summoning in. And I realise that a lot of people might not find that mechanic relevant, but the fact that it's not in there yet, for a game that is going to tide them over if they're releasing you until next year, pendulums are already here. What is the point in releasing a mechanic into the game and not putting it in your main game? So I want to know what you guys think. It's a bit of a different discussion and one that I think might be a cool one to discuss. So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.